Hello, everyone. My name is Maciej Prerecording. Hello, everyone. My name is Alan Prerecording. I'm engineering manager for security policies group at GitLab, and today I would like to talk about FCL that our team was performing after one of the incidents. And this is the pre-recording session, and we're going to have a synchronous session where we'll discuss retrospective items and everything that we learned during this journey. So let me start by quickly reviewing what happened and why we ended up with FCL. So first of all, on the 22nd of November, high database load caused slow and unresponsive merge request and CI pipelines. So we identified that during this incident, there was one query that was owned by the security policies team that was not performing well, especially when it was executed for a group with thousands of projects. So during the incidents, our work was to disable the worker, then slow it down, and then work on the solution, which was fixing the original problem and then deploying it to production. So this is what we did. As you see, the aptX first service dropped down, and immediately after we started to mitigating the problem. So to resolve the problem, we need to identify the query first. So that was simple. We understood that the problem is in this query, and because this block returned thousands and thousands of IDs, it resulted in a huge query that was sent to Postgres, and that resulted in very slow response from the database, and ended up with having lots of requests to the database and ending up with the incident itself. So after the incident review, we identified what we would like to do and what we would like to learn from that and how to improve. Sashi did great root cause analysis that will be linked in this video, so you can look down there. But it explains the architecture of security policies that first we have a file that's stored in the repository, and then whenever this file is updated, we are triggering some updates, and those updates are triggered and are propagated across GitLab with lots of workers. So whenever someone is updating the policy, worker is spawned, and then other workers will be spawned to update records in database. So and because of that, and because we're doing that every time we are changing the policy or we're changing something to the project that might affect the policy, we will generate some traffic. So this is exactly what happened during the incident. We knew that there was lots of unqueued jobs for one group, and this spawned lots of requests to the APIs. As short-term action items, as Sashi identified, we needed to improve the performance of the worker itself and then work on other strategies to mitigate the risk and resolve some other problems. But we also knew that we need to shift our focus from delivering many great features over the last few months to work on technical debt that we planned for a long time, but we decided that it could wait. But now it's the time to work on it. So, and to make sure that we are aware of that, this is our number one priority right now, to use database read model for scan result policies. The read model will reduce the amount of calls that we're performing to Gitly to get updates about the policy, but also we'll be able to granularly perform updates, as we'll only perform those updates in database whenever a policy is changed, not whenever the whole file with lots of policies is changed. So as it was S2 incident and it was affecting customers, we decided to work on the FCL in the team, and the response from the team was great. Everyone understood that we need to work on it and improve the performance and the quality of our features. So after we identified during the first few phase our work items, what we'd like to do, we provided a work plan and we started working on it, and everyone collaborated together to ensure that we are doing it. And you can see the discussion that this will be also linked. All discussions and all stand-ups will happen asynchronously, and it's available here, so you can read it. What if you'd like to learn something from that? There's one item in the retrospective, and I believe will work synchronously during the ceremony to talk about the items that we've learned over the time. But the most important thing is what we did actually during this FCL. So the first thing, we implemented few small changes that immediately are improving the performance. So including scheduled when deduplicating worker, which reduces the amount of jobs in the queue. Then adding performance tests for syncing license. So whenever we're doing something, we would like to make sure that we have a test that will capture that. So we are gathering some metrics to exactly tell us what we did. We are preparing, and we already prepared the script to create large group with subgroups. So this project was updated with the script to create thousands of projects, and I already started creating them. So as you can see, there's a group with thousands of projects available for you to test. So you can enable disable policies, and it's already available. So we can start testing those features right now. Then preparing dashboards to observe performance of our workers. So Dominic started working on some dashboards that are telling us exactly how we are spending our time and how many records we're calling in the database and what's our duplication ratio and so on. So, and we are improving that as well. And also we are using the currently available dashboard with metrics that we already have, and we listed all policies here. So all policies workers here, so we are aware of what's happening and when, and we can granularly check what worker and how it is performing over time. Then we're improving database query performance. So Andy created already few improvements to the performance, and it's all about whenever we did something in the loop, now we're changing that to do a batch update or bulk update. So this will simplify and reduce the records, reduce the queries sent to the database. We're still working on improving the query. So I identified minor problems that we'd like to resolve, as well as other improvements like some bug fixes that will also reduce the problems on the performance side. And one important items that is related to our priority is preparing architecture blueprint for database read model for scan result policies, which is available here. You can go to the MR, already read what's our plan to resolve the problem in the future. And as soon as we'll finish collaborating on that, we'll prepare implementation issues, and based on those issues, we'll work on moving from the repository model to database read model, and to use that to update policies whenever they're updated in the repository. And this is our goal for the next few weeks, and next 2 milestones we'll be focusing and working on that. And there are other improvements as well that we're working on, like reviewing test coverage, adding additional metrics, and everything is available in the FCL issue that you can read. So if you read the most recent update, you'll see what actually we did and how many improvements were introduced. So one thing that I can tell, that was impressive engagement from the whole team during this FCL. Everyone understood the need, that we need to work on that. Everyone was committed to implement changes. Everyone was looking for small improvements that might change a huge, that might have huge impact on the performance. So that was great to see that that we collaborate perfectly together, and we would like to achieve common goal, which is perfectly working and performant features. So thank you everyone for that. We'll see each other during the ceremony, and thank you. Bye-bye.